Bride of the Gorilla with Barbara Payton, Lon Chaney, Eamon Burr, and Tom Conway. The dramatic story of a strange curse that brought terror to a man and frenzy to a woman in love.
Don't go away.
You do love me, don't you? That's all I need to know. You're standing in my way, and Dina's. We love each other. What are you going to do about it?
Did you see this animal?
Yes, I have seen the animal. It walks in his hind legs.
Like a man?
No, like a beast that walks like a man.
Oh, let's go back, Barney, please.
I'll never go back. Never.
Stop.
Go on. Why don't you shoot? You can't miss.
Barney!
Join this safari into a green hell of horror in search of a secret fortune in diamonds and gold.
I want that money so bad that every time I close my eyes, I can see it.
Marla English, a woman possessed by a passion for wealth. Tom Conway, a man maddened by his lust for power. Touch Connors, a white hunter entrapped by an adventuress's black heart. Lance Fuller, victimized by desire. Mary Ellen Kay, a blonde captive in the darkness of Voodoo Land.
Not man, not beast, but a combination of the best of each.
Voodoo Woman, an experience in terror that'll tear your nerves to shreds. Secrets torn from the earth as old as the earth, combining voodoo witchery with the most advanced of medical sciences to create before your very eyes Voodoo Woman. Voodoo Woman.
Just a matter of getting used to this trick.
Sounds like a great idea.
Be with you in a minute, Joe.
Take your time.
I dare any cop to reach for this gun.
These girls can't hold down a job to make money, so with a gun in one hand, they go out to get it. Brazen and bold, they stayed hold-ups in the daytime and sluggings at night. They're girls born with a talent for trouble. These girls stop at nothing. No crime is too great, no place too sacred once they go on the prowl. Their disrespect for law and order is a shortcut to a prison term. These girls come from all types of families. They hang out in back alleys and secret hideouts to plan their shameless game. They're girls who live on excitement and crime.
Where'd you get that gun?
Take a good look at it, Joe. Take a good look at the gun. Well, it's too late, Joe. I'm going to kill you.
You'll never get away with it.
Here, for the first time, is a dramatic picture of the extent and nature of this new girl problem. The story of Gun Girls.
Here they are, the girls of the teeming streets. Let's talk to them. Let's see what wild impulses drive them on. You, Hannah Haynes, you hate the slums. You want out. But even greater is your passion for pretty things.
Where'd you get that dress? And that hat?
Sam Burns gave them to me.
And what'd you give Sam Burns?
And you, Georgia, daughter of a burlesque stripper, what do you want? Applause, adulation, money?
The stuff that makes the world go round. I love it.
And you, Vera, what will you pay in decency and self-respect for the kisses and love you hunger for? Will you stop at blackmail, or will you go on to violence and worse?
Get out of this car, you pasty-faced crumb. Get out!
Get out of here, Ugly. Don't start anything now.
I'll teach you to keep your hands off of mine.
Turn around, Phil.
Girls in the night and their slum-bred boyfriends daring anything, even murder.
You think Chuck killed him? Is that what you're saying?
I don't get paid for thinking. I try to follow tips and evidence. Let go, me lady.
Marry me and I'll take you away. I will.
What have you got? $10?
I'll get the money and I'll take you out of here, I promise. I love you, Hannah. Take another step, you're gonna have to swallow this shiv.
Don't, Chuck. Let him go.
Half the trigger man he's supposed to be. We may need him.
There's a lot I can give you, Steve.
There's a lot more you can take away.
Starring Richard Denning, Peggy Castle, Tutch Connors, Kathy Downs, all caught in the web of ambition of a whip-wielding she-devil.
I see you wearing this in town, and I go gunning for you.
Sheriff, if you ever see me wearing this in town, you'll know I'm gunning for you.
Oklahoma woman who faced down a mud-slinging, jeering crowd and fought her way up to brutal power.
This'll be my town before I'm finished.
And set a trap for the man she wanted.
You knew he didn't kill the sheriff, and you knew he didn't kill Blackie, didn't you?
But hell hath no fury like a good girl, mad with jealousy. Except a brave man driven to desperation. Here's fast, fist-flying action, packed with dangerous excitement, because of a tantalizing, trouble-loving Oklahoma woman.
Incidentally, where are your menfolk?
You're the first man I've ever seen.
Don't let go, Kip.
Helen, what's the matter?
Danger, Kip. They want to kill you. They'll take the spaceship, and they'll make me go with them.
Well, how?
They can, Kip. They control me.
You'll share man's greatest thrill as you rocket through space to the lost moon city of alluring, ferocious cat women. Theirs is the fevered fury of life without love, goading them to lure men into the den of bloodthirsty moon monsters. driving them to tempt men in the deadly cave of moon gold, flaming into a wild lust to man and destroy the world. He held these beautiful maidens captive in his jungle of death, a power-mad genius who changed them into horrible creatures of another world. Then 3 strangers stumbled upon his green hell. 2 men and a lovely girl who held civilization's last chance to halt this all-devouring evil. Could they stop all this terror? Could they stop this madman who turned these lovely maidens into half women, half beast she-demons? For terror that has no equal, for excitement that never lets up, see this explosion of frightening fury that motion picture experience you will never forget.
When men are beasts, women are shown no mercy. Men brutalized by war take bestial pleasure in inflicting pain. These girls are civilians, made prisoners to assuage the torn nerves of love-hungry men. Some take a queer pleasure from their torture. Others meet the inevitable with seeming enjoyment. Still others fight against impossible odds with terrifying fearlessness. Seldom can the screen bring you such shocking realism. Seldom can you see the decency-destroying savagery that makes murderous, clawing animals out of respectable women. Here is a screen experience that may never happen again. It lashes at you, searing your soul. It's a picture that had to be made and must be seen. Because it screams the terrifying truth.
Orson Welles speaking. I just saw the impossible happen before my astounded eyes. I saw a man grow smaller and smaller day by day. I saw the loneliest and most frightened creature on earth living a nightmare in a world of giants. The incredible shrinking man.
The incredible shrinking man.
The most astonishing movie ever made. The terrifying story of the incredible shrinking man. Before your very eyes, he grows smaller, 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 and the terror mounts, thrilling you with the most extraordinary movie experience of your life. One you'll never forget.
Inside this strange, forbidding plantation, on the edge of the death-laden bayous, there is a horror beyond belief. A scientist turns his cobalt rays on the revolting, scaly monarchs of the swamps to transform men into hideous, living gargoyles, whose faces must be forever hidden from human sight.
You didn't have to hit him. Quickest, simplest way, Doctor. But these are people. You don't handle them like animals.
Beverly Garland as the unwelcome visitor, haunted by the fear that the man she loves has become one of them.
What are you doing? I'm not leaving here, Mrs. Hawthorne, until I get the answers to the questions that brought me here. What have you done with my husband?
Lon Chaney as the hook-armed, hate-maddened Cajun.
I'll kill you, alligator man!
Just like I'd kill any four-legged gator.
Suspense that will clutch you like quicksand. Pulling you down into bottomless depths of suffocating horror.
Of the colossal beast, the most monstrous man-beast ever screened, warring against us little humans. And the littlest people ever seen attacking us monstrous humans. Attack of the puppet people.
Why, I'm your friend.
If you were cute and little like this, you'd naturally fear a man 6 times your size.
He said tonight he was going to kill us all.
Just as the human race fears this colossal beast 10 times as big as a normal man.
The Colossal Man is loose in Los Angeles.
See, War of the Colossal Beast and Attack of the Puppet People.
A man who loved with fierce, demanding passion. A monster who ran wild in a reign of terror that spread murder in his trail. The thing that went wrong in the secret atomic laboratory afflicted him with the most hideous curse ever visited on man, forcing him to cower in the darkness like a hunted animal. For one touch of the sun's bright rays transformed him into the reptilian Jekyll and Hyde monstrosity who couldn't control his lust to kill.
John Cacorn was the first man to be set up in a satellite and ejected back to Earth.
Something's wrong. I'm falling too fast.
Golden Rod, I'm in trouble. The jets aren't breaking my speed. I'm releasing the drag chute.
7 hours and his blood is still alive.
Night of the Blood Beast brings you the first creature on Earth bullets cannot kill.
This is fantastic. It's unbelievable. Things like this just don't happen.
A blood beast that makes a dead man live.
Dr. Wilder, half his head's gone.
A blood beast that feasts on Earth scientists. The first satellite creature to impregnate man with its chromosomes.
It's true. I can feel it inside.
The first exploration into living space, exposing secrets too horrifying to reveal. you'll know days of nerve-straining suspense. It's first-degree terror when you see Night of the Blood Beast.
How much shock can you take?
It will haunt you forever. From the depths of evil comes a diabolic killer of beautiful women. The vampire's coffin. See a vampire's body stolen from its tomb. A psycho killer removes the stake so the vampire can again prey on beautiful women. It's in the vampire's coffin. And to complete a double night of horror, a monstrous nightmare of terror turned loose in a fight to the death. The robot versus the Aztec mummy. They will bring you a night of terror. We dare you to see them, but don't come alone. The Vampire's Coffin. In an all-new double horrorama show with The Robot versus the Aztec Mummy. Presented in Hypnoscope. To heighten the horror, shock your senses, chill your brain. It could only be shown at midnight.
You will enter the world of the fifth dimension. The light, the sound, the horror. You will feel it around you. You will see the vampire as though he were attacking you. You will see the curse of the doll people as though they were about to kill you. See live monsters around you and ghouls. Bring your boy fiends. Have a cocktail from the vampire's blood bank.
Listen, if you can imagine the furor of love, then maybe you'll hear. These walls here, these windows answer. The Screaming Skull. The Screaming Skull is a motion picture magnificent in its horror. Therefore, this certificate assures burial service without cost to anyone in the audience who dies of fright while seeing The Screaming Skull. See the revisualization of a woman scorned. See the vengeful violence of the undead. The Screaming Skull, starring Alex Nichol. See Terror from the year 5000 and The Screaming Skull.
Your attention, please. During every suspenseful moment of the running of the motion picture Macabre, the life of everyone in the theater will be insured by Lloyd's of London for $1,000 against death by fright. However, even Lloyd's of London will not grant coverage for any person with a known heart condition or for suicide by any member of the audience.
Captain Video calling Video Ranger.
Don't be alarmed, gentlemen. The effects of the paralysis ray gun will wear off in a short time. Reminds me of Dr. Pauly's cloak of invisibility.
Voltura control room. Voltura control room.
A space projectile has just left the planet Earth. It is believed Captain Video is in it.
Don't be afraid, Dr. Tobor. I, Voltura, will show you how to dispose of this Captain Video.
What are those objects you were working on?
My newest invention, electronic men. You'll see them in action soon.
Between them before they meet.
The escape of Captain Video has forced me to change my plans. The time has come to direct all further attacks against the planet Earth.
That should have stopped him.
With the swiftness of a dead cosmic ray, the Earth is invaded by indestructible moon monsters. Their ghastly mission, death for all humans. What astounding technical developments are being made to protect mankind? Robot Monster brings you an actual preview of the devastating forces of our future. Unsuspected revelations of incredible horrors that will terrify you with their brutal reality.
There is no escape from me. Very well. I will recalculate. Your death will be indescribable. Fool humans, there is no escape.
Watch this car very carefully. In just a few seconds, the man driving it is going to die. What made him crash to his death?
Denver was one of your patients taking brain treatments. Yet he died from some kind of cerebral trouble just after he left this clinic.
Perhaps it would help to clarify matters if I explained that some years ago I discovered a new technique in the treatment of certain neuroses. It involves what one might loosely term electronic hypnosis. Electronic hypnosis. It was a way of drugging a man's brain with weird sounds and strange pictures so that he craved for more and yet more.
And who is Paul Zachin?
I'm going to marry him.
Well, congratulations.
After you and I broke up, why, I seemed to go to pieces. But Paul has been very good to me.
Well, I have no one to blame but myself. So here's to the future, Mrs. Paul Zachin.
For a moment, you had me worried, Doctor. I cannot be a party to what may be murder. Starring Rod Cameron as an insurance investigator, probing the cause of a man's sudden death. Mary Murphy as Ruth, the girl who walked into a spider's web of terror and was trapped. Peter Illing as Zamkan, who created for his patients a strange new world of escape.
Flying saucers have invaded our planet.
Washington, London, Paris, Moscow are key targets. The whole world is under attack. Can it survive?
We are the survivors of a disintegrated solar system. At this moment, the remainder of our fleet is circling your globe.
What do you want with me?
Arrange for your world leaders to confer with us in the city of Washington.
They set up an electronic screen. The artillery doesn't penetrate.
Never before has the screen reached such heights of excitement. Breathtaking spectacle. Hair-raising terror. See the saucer men's high-frequency disintegrator. See flying saucers travel thousands of miles in seconds. See great cities leveled by flying saucer monsters.
Russ, look.
The same kind of thing that's watched us since the beginning of the project.
People of Earth, attention. People of Earth, attention. This is a voice speaking to you from thousands of miles beyond your planet.
They're coming down to take over. They made that clear to us in the saucer.
To the best of our knowledge, my wife and I are the only ones left alive.
Gee whiz.
Invaders from Mars. He saw them land from outer space. He saw them capture innocent people only to destroy. Father turned against son. People changed into strange, weird animals. A general of the army becomes a saboteur. Trusted police turned into arsonists. The boy's parents changed into killers.
But nobody's getting anywhere out there. Nobody can locate anything. Anybody. The Martians. We've got to stop them.
Invaders from Mars, capturing humans at will for their own sinister purposes, turning them into diabolical instruments of destruction. Invaders from Mars, weird, fantastic beings of superintelligence, ruling a race of synthetic humans and pitting them against mankind's dream to conquer the universe.
Come on, step on it. Search every tunnel. We gotta find Ronaldo and the kid. When the colonel gives a signal, get back here on the double.
Very soon, the most horrifying monster menace ever conceived will be oozing into this theater. Two teenagers see it first, like a falling star from outer space.
Boy, that was close. Hey, come on. I want to see if I can find it.
An old man finds it, touches it, and this is the shocking result. From then on, there's no stopping the Blob as it spreads from town to town. It's indestructible. It's indescribable. Nothing can stop it.
This town is in danger.
How can it be stopped? Mob hysteria sweeps one city. Before long, the nation, and then the world could learn threat of the Blob.
Starring Steve Dean and a cast of exciting people.
Help me, Doctor, please! I know they're going to catch me, but don't let anyone see me like that. Please, Doctor, help me!
Michael Landon in a powerful performance as the boy possessed. Yvonne Lyon, appealing as the girl who loves him. Whit Bissell, unforgettable as the scientist maddened by the mystery of the werewolf. And Tony Marshall, a tough, friendly enemy.
These the official pictures?
Yes, Chief.
Slash on either side of the throat.
You got any theories?
Fangs.
He was killed by a werewolf.
Panic penetrates every home when this strange, unknown killer hits town, taking hold of the teenage crowd, coloring their practical jokes with hysterical humor that'll make you fall flat on your face with horror.
Remember how wonderful it was when you sprang suddenly, dug in with your fangs, a soft throat, the gush of warm blood?
No! No! Nothing you've ever seen has such blood-chilling savagery. Nothing you've ever conceived packs such a spine-tingling jolt. This high school boy, a teenage werewolf. A constant threat of claw-ripping attack to everyone, to the brave and the beautiful.
I say that if you were injected with this, you'd revert to a primitive anthropoid, physically as well as mentally.
Only one scientist dared investigate the incredible phenomenon. Our pet dog reverted to an antediluvian wolf.
Look at those teeth. That dog is a throwback.
Our simple dragonfly had become a winged monster of a species extinct for millions of years. Now, before your very eyes, see a man revert to a half-human anthropoid from the dawn of creation. A monster leaving behind a trail of death and destruction.
Oh, it's impossible. Nobody's got a footprint like that.
I'll rest when I find the killer.
That's not your responsibility. That belongs to the police.
Madeline, I know what I'm doing.
Even he did not suspect the incredible truth. Neither did the police, nor the girl coming to keep a lover's rendezvous.
Ghoulish as Halloween laughter. That's a bucket of blood.
Let us make the scene.
Crazy. Beatniks, some brilliant, some bawdy, some brutal. That's a bucket of blood.
No, you're going to shoot me. Don't shoot.
Horrifying as murder for art's sake. That's a bucket of blood. The picture that'll make you sick, sick, sick with laughter. See, a bucket of blood. And the giant leeches, vampires of romance, An orgiastic, intimate experience. Blood-chilling and horrifying. Thrill to the giant leeches. And a bucket of blood.
Continental twist, baby, is in your town.
With Louis Prima singing it, June Wilkinson dancing it, and Sam Butera and the Witnesses zinging it. Twist all night. They're twisting in every town and city, every village and metropolis. It's the young crowd's newest delight. No one can resist the twist. That is, almost no one.
I won't stand for it. I'll take that bum apart.
Louis, here's Mr. Arturo.
Why, you...
Well, but you're hot-headed and you've got a vile temper, and you're no gentleman.
Don't tell my Sunday school teacher.
Oh, you're hateful.
Jenny, come back here. Come back, baby.
Take it easy, Dracula. What do you think I'm carrying here, my dirty laundry?
Where a man-eating, talking plant gives homicide something to think about.
I didn't do it. Do what? Whatever.
Ever see this man?
Man, sir.
Why are you so nervous?
Oh, boy, you good, Audrey.
Oh, I guess I just have a good kiss, sir.
Now you will do as I say.
Yes, master.
You will go out and find me some food.
Yes, master.
What's the matter? Don't you like me?
Too bony.
Too bony? Nobody ever told me that before.
Beef is better than veal.
Ah, you're such a dodo. What do you call this? Chopped liver?
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is William Turner, a member of a selected committee appointed to preview in private the motion picture Common Law Wife. And while we feel that a story of this sort must be told, out of deference to those of you who have young ones present, no scenes from the motion picture will be previewed. The story begins in a cheap motel room such as this. This is not the kind of place in which people like you or I would be found. However, the facts speak for themselves. Cheap whiskey. Cheaper perfume. And uninhibited love. These are the conditions that lead men and women to a depraved climax. A climax from which there is no point of return. However, this is only the beginning. One woman wasn't enough. They didn't care. Kinfolk, neighbors, friends, or whenever the animal urge arose. Remember, you do not have to say, I do, to be married. Do you know the law in this state? Ask your wife, relatives, or friends if they know the law. In the motion picture, Common Law Wife, they did not know the law. And it led to uncontrolled lust and passion. Frankly, ladies and gentlemen, this is not the kind of motion picture any thinking parent would want his children to see. However, if you are old enough to be married, you must see this picture. If you are not old enough to be married, you cannot. Remember, you do not have to say, I do, to be married. See Common Law Wife.
I'm Vincent Price. You're invited to my party in the house on Haunted Hill, where so far the ghosts have murdered only 7 people. So won't you come and make it 8? There'll be food and drink and ghosts for all, and perhaps a few murders, perhaps yours. The ghosts are waiting, so won't you join me in the house on Haunted Hill? Hurry, or you'll be late for your own funeral.
I'm Dr. Radford Baines of the Information Service. Our thanks to this theater for making this time available to us. Perhaps some of you have wondered, what is the world's most vicious animal? Lion? Tiger? Rhino? No, the most vicious animal in the world is a tiny one. No larger than that. The killer shrew. I'm going to show you some of them. They look like mice, don't they? But they aren't. These little fiends must eat 3 times their own body weight every day, or they starve to death. They attack every living creature, regardless of size, including human beings. And they consume everything. Bones, flesh, marrow, everything. And the Blarina shrew is deadly poisonous. Shrews like these have been known to attack a pack of wolves and devour them without a trace. You can understand our concern for public safety when I tell you that there have been recent sightings of giant killer shrews in Alaska. We urge that you report to your local authorities at once any sighting of a giant killer shrew.
First man to scientifically study a creature that, by all the laws of nature, should have died 250,000 years ago.
They dared to bring him back alive from his haunts deep in the jungles of the Amazon. They dared to put him on display with the other denizens of the deep, while thousands came to marvel and wonder.
You know, I pity him sometimes. He's so alone. The only one of his kind in the world.
If anything goes wrong, you head straight for the surface, you understand? All right, let's go.
They dared to study him, to probe him, to tempt him with the lure of a woman's beauty, thinking that mere chains could hold in check the primeval forces that surged and roiled within this strange being from the dawn of time.
Hey, look! He broke the chain!
Picture you've ever seen.
It's you. And in the name of Satan, I place a curse upon you.
Black Sunday. Born of a satanic curse, defying life, the torturous vengeance of the undead. Black Sunday reveals for the first time the depraved desires of the damned. Black Sunday. Even those with nerves of steel will find themselves shrieking when they see Black Sunday. Deep within these eyes is hidden the unspeakable, terrifying secret of Black Sunday. Dare you stare into them? Watch for Black Sunday.
The next attraction you will see at this theater. The picture is The Tingler, which I directed. And for the first time in motion picture history, members of the audience, including you, will actually play a part in the picture. You will feel some of the physical reactions, the shocking sensations experienced by the actors on the screen. I guarantee that The Tingler has more shocks per minute than my last film, The House on Haunted Hill. But don't be alarmed. You can protect yourself. When you see the picture, you will be told, and remember the instruction, how you can guard yourself from attack by The Tingler. And now may I show you a few scenes from The Tingler?
Unearthly takes you into horror beyond imagination. Starring John Carradine, A mad menace to humanity is the scientist possessed by a passion to remake people. Allison Hayes, the beauty slated to be his next victim.
Now, my dear, tell me what's bothering you.
I don't know, Doctor. I'm just frightened all the time.
You mustn't be afraid, not of anything. I want you to have absolute confidence in me. Trust me implicitly.
Listen, you and Grace take the main road into town. Remember, stay in the shadows till you're clear of the house.
Help me, Doctor, please! I know they're going to catch me, but don't let anyone see me like that. Please, Doctor, help me!
Michael Landon in a powerful performance as the boy possessed. Yvonne Lyme, appealing as the girl who loves him. Whit Bissell, unforgettable as the scientist maddened by the mystery of the werewolf. And Tony Marshall, a tough, friendly enemy.
These the official pictures?
Yes, Chief.
Slash on either side of the throat. You got any theories?
Thanks.
He was killed by a werewolf.
Panic penetrates every home when this strange, unknown killer hits town, taking hold of the teenage crowd, coloring their practical jokes with hysterical humor that'll make you fall flat on your face with horror.
No. Remember how wonderful it was when you sprang suddenly, dug in with your fangs, a soft throat, the gush of warm blood?
No! No!
Nothing you've ever seen has such blood-chilling savagery. Nothing you've ever conceived packs such a spine-tingling jolt. This high school boy, a teenage werewolf, a constant threat of claw-ripping attack to everyone, to the brave and the beautiful. Listen, if you can imagine the furor of love, then maybe you'll hear. These walls here, these windows answer. The Screaming Skull. The Screaming Skull is a motion picture magnificent in its horror. Therefore, this certificate assures burial service without cost to anyone in the audience who dies of fright while seeing The Screaming Skull. See the re-visualization of a woman scorned. See the vengeful violence of the undead. The Screaming Skull, starring Alex Nichol. See Terror from the year 5000 and The Screaming Skull.
It was all over. I was the only one alive. In all New York, the only one alive. Roseanne, what about us?
I'm not quite satisfied with this return to nature of yours. Not when the cities are open, waiting treasure chests. Everything in the world is there for us, everything for the taking.
I want to tell you something.
Why did you do it?
Why did I do what?
Get out. Get out now. In my own time.
Couldn't we go back now?
You little fool. I got you away. You don't think I'm going to take you back.
Once a normal, voluptuously beautiful woman, she drove into a nightmare of horror and saw descending from the sky a titanic monster whose fearsome touch became a frightful curse.
You think I'm drunk, don't you? All of you! I'm not drunk! I'm not! You've got to believe me.
Please.
It was right in the middle of the highway, 30 feet tall.
Once she's in the booby hatch, throw the key away. That'll put you in the driver's seat. You'd make a wild driver, Harry. With $50 million.
What she saw was beyond belief until others, too, faced its hideous, uncontrollable menace. Attack of the 50-foot woman, incredibly huge, with incredible desires for love and vengeance. Nice-looking young man, introduced by John Hoyt to pretty June Kenny. And when boy meets girl, well, they do what comes naturally. But the loss of love has made this mild-mannered man into a maniac. A maniac who wants to make you a plaything. And the fearsome fact is, he knows how to do it.
Friend.
How would you like to be a living doll this madman can do with as he pleases? A monster his own woman had reason to flee. See, the world that the child in each of us knows. See, a baby doll take a bubble bath in a coffee can.
What are you talking about? Sally. Tell her. He said that tonight. He said tonight he was going to kill us all.
It only takes one of us to go for help.
Feel the fantastic fear of living in a normal world, but being dwarfed by people many times your size.
On an isolated Pacific island, the Navy lands a party of daring scientists to solve the mysterious disappearance of an entire atomic research team. Strange horror strikes first at the plane that brought them. And then, earth-shattering tremors begin tearing the island to shreds.
Okay, Professor. How are the crabs blowing up the island?
I am not sure. But imagine they are able to send out arcs of heat. They are packed with it.
They can melt and fuse parts of the caverns, explode the materials contained, and bring about the slides. There used to be ridges there for maybe 2 miles.
Now there's less than half a city block. Soon we will have nowhere to run.
Fathoms deep among the terrors of the mighty Pacific, daring skin divers brave undersea perils that stagger the imagination. Here are monsters with razor-sharp claws that hand grenades and dynamite cannot stop. Nor searing fire and flame, nor tons of crushing rocks, as mankind faces its last desperate chance. In the backwoods of the Everglades, the boys had only the storekeeper's woman to talk about.
You want something, Cal?
I sure do, honey.
I know how to take care of a woman like you, Liz. Then, out of the swamp's depths, again appears horrifying, mysterious creatures, thirsting for lovers' blood. What are these giant mutations whose attack on people sends the whole countryside on an endless search?
Whatever killed those people is still in that lake, and it's going to take more than dynamite to get it out.
And then brings them back to life to gratify their distorted desires.
Gentlemen, science is agreed that unless something is done and done quickly, man, as the dominant species of life on Earth, will be extinct within a year.
Direction of the President of the United States, stay in your homes. I repeat, stay in your homes. Your personal safety, the safety of the entire city, depends upon your full cooperation with the military authorities.
Yes, cities, nations, even civilization itself, threatened with annihilation, because in one moment of history-making violence, nature, mad, rampant, wrought its most awesome creation. But born in that swirling inferno of radioactive dust were things so horrible, so terrifying, so hideous. There is no word to describe them.
We may be witnesses to a biblical prophecy come true, and there shall be destruction and darkness come upon creation, and the beasts shall reign over the earth.
Yes, the earth, the skies above and the seas below, infested by swarms of nightmare creatures, crueler, deadlier than the armored giants of prehistoric eras. Here is a wild, headlong flight into terror as the desert erupts with the grim battle for survival. Here is a fear-frenzied moment of suspense as mankind totters before a thing that multiplies faster than it can be killed. Here is a desperate plunge into the black depths of the earth where human courage challenges the brute force, the slashing jaws, the poison fangs that guard the subterranean nest where the beast spawns its terrible progeny.
Roll units. Roll units. Condition red. Drain 267 is the target area. Repeat. Condition red. Drain 267 is the target area.
Is there any type of gas we can use?
No, we can't take a chance. It might poison the whole city.
The killer shrews surround this house. They must eat 3 times their own weight in food every 24 hours or starve. Nothing can stop them. The killer shrews.
What if circumstances were to magnify one of them in size and strength, took it out of its primitive world and turned it loose in ours? Then expect something that's fiercer, more cruel and deadly than anything that ever walked the earth.
Even science was stunned. The new atomic miracle should have been mankind's greatest boon. Instead, when such power to cause phenomenal growth proved dangerously unstable, man was confronted with his most shocking blunder.
The isotope triggered our nutrients into a nightmare.
A blunder that transformed a tiny insect into the 100-foot spider that was now ravaging the panic-stricken countryside.
News of all. At nightfall, monstrous animals crawl out of crater of volcano. Great herds of cattle stampede before this living inferno. Vast area devastated by appalling new horror. A creature named the Black Scorpion by panic-stricken people of San Lorenzo. Entire population prays for deliverance.
For miles around, cowboys came upon one dead steer after another. One of them had heard the tale of the demon bull of the Maricopa, having lost family or friends to something absolutely unknown. We could be in another world.
Nation's leaders confer as news received a possible threat to capital.
This is a city of 4 million people. If word of these leaks out, the panic of the population could be worse than the scorpions.
The Black Scorpion destroys communications. Hundreds annihilated. Produced on a scale never achieved before by any science fiction picture. Thousands in the cast.
Daughter of Horror.
Here is tense, taut, chill-filled drama that shocks you with hair-raising horror. Not one word is spoken on the screen. The strangest motion picture you have ever seen.
Daughter of Horror.
Coming to this theater soon, The Beast of Yucca Flats. Filmed on the burning hot sands by Yucca Flats. See terror, panic, murder. See the Cardoza and Francis production of The Beast of Yucca Flats. See a man turn killer. See a woman ravaged. See one of the most exciting movies ever made. See The Beast of Yucca Flats. A killer on the loose. Death sweeps across the desert. Panic. A bloodthirsty killer stalks a moonlit desert. See The Beast of Yucca Flats.
This is where you live?
Yep, this is it. Come on in and have a cup of coffee. I want you to meet my aunt and uncle.
Gee, I don't know, Marilyn. It's getting kind of late.
I've had such a good time. I hate to see it end.
Well, I guess I could walk you to the front door.
No, I probably just left them in my other purse.
Oh.
Why are you whispering?
Oh, I don't want to wake your folks.
Oh, don't worry about them. They're always up all night. Someone's coming. Hi, Uncle Herman.
Hello, Marilyn.
I forgot my keys. I'd like you to meet my date. This is Jack. Oh, Uncle Herman. What's the matter with me anyway?
home early, dear. Have a nice time.
Yes, I guess so.
Would you like to have a little something to eat?
No, thank you.
I have some warm lady fingers in the oven.
No. I think I'll just go right upstairs and go to bed. Night, everybody. Night, Uncle Herman.
Good night, Marilyn.
Good night, dear.
Invincible gorilla god of a jungle paradise, destroyer of cities. Godzilla, indestructible behemoth from prehistoric time, released from an icy tomb to pulverize a panic-stricken world. Now, for the first time, in one awe-inspiring motion picture, they meet the mightiest monsters of the ages, King Kong, Godzilla, locked in the most titanic battle of all time.
Godzilla says that I should learn to fight my own battles, you know.
Against big guys?
Uh-huh. Get him, Godzilla! How do you like that, weirdo? The children, they will be killed.
Look at that. There are two.
We can save the children now. We can? While Godzilla's fighting, we'll go around the island.
Everything's ready.
Good.
That's it. Keep it up. You can do it. Just get in there. Ah!
Titanosaurus! What's the matter? Finish him, Mechagodzilla!
For life, incredible is the word for the world's first monster musical. See in magnificent Eastman color the daring, dancing, enticing, and horrifying. The incredibly strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed-up zombies. From the innocence of music and laughter comes the twilight of terror. Along the midway, scantily clad dancers luring the young lovers into the sideshows.
She gets her shook out of shake.
See the dancing girls of the carnival murdered by the incredible night creatures of the midway.
I only know that something evil lies ahead for me.
An unspeakable pit of dismal subhuman monsters who drool and gibber, moaning for the thrill of revenge. Incredible are the songs, the gaiety, the zombie stomp of those who will stop living. And then the mix-up, trickery, and the device to ruin. See the hunchback of the midway fight a duel of death with the mixed-up zombies, turning men into monsters, twisted, tormented human vultures, yearning to kill. Incredible creatures clutching at the thin threads of their miserable lives. Human vultures, only the weird zombies remain.
Obey.
Who is the woman branded in birth wearing the wart of horror?
Do as Madame Estrella said.
The world's first monster musical. The incredibly strange creatures who stopped living and became mixed-up zombies.
For the first time in motion picture history, see the side of a city you never expected to see before. Shocking the screen with a confidential expose of the go-go set. The lurid lives and love. The wild and wanton all-night parties where anything goes. It's bestial backstreets where lust and murder run amok.
You're cheap! I'm gonna kill you.
The Thrill Killers. Homicidal maniacs on a bloody rampage of horror. Hungry axes bursting for the blood of the living. Thrill Killers, starring Cash Flag as Mad Dog Click, kill crazy psychopathic maniac who would do anything for a kick. Maniacs with a gun. The Thrill Killers with Liz Renee, love-starved nymphomaniac whose insatiable passions drove men to the very brink of hell. Fly with Mad Dog Click and the Head Choppers 3 as they blaze a terror trail of manipulating evil in one of the sin cities of the world. Cash Flag, Liz Renee, the Thrill Killers.
side of the glass looking right into mine, I was terrified.
Face? A human face?
A ghastly caricature, like something distorted by pressure. A horrible, grotesque imitation of the face looking right into my eyes.
To think, a fantastic gnome like you had to hurtle out of space to put this power into my hands. I'm going to tear out every secret you've got.
I'll give you until 11 o'clock to try what you can. If you're not back by that time, we'll open fire.
But you've got to at least give us time.
By that time, your job must be finished. If it isn't,
what does appearance here mean? At midnight, when the planet is at its closest approach to Earth, an invasion will be launched.
$10:59.
Don't they think we got no nerves?
The Last Mile, starring Mickey Rooney. Mickey Rooney as Killer Mears, the uncaged con who turned a cell block into a slaughterhouse and dared the world to stop him.
5 minutes, your brother-in-law is going to die. Does that mean anything to you, Warden?
I can't do it, Mears.
Then I'm going to let you say goodbye to him. Talk for your life.
Stan, you can't let me go like this. It's murder.
I can't do it.
I pronounce you dead. No. You don't want to hear the death warrant? I have to read the death warrant. It's the rules. Shoot, Mears! What are you waiting for?
On your mind, mister.
Why, you dirty little tramp.
Over 25% of the crimes committed in this country are perpetrated by teenagers. Only an aroused public can put an end to this.
Coming in, Pa. Don't give us any trouble. Nobody gets hurt.
This is the killer, Mike Denton. 2 prior arrests.
We're really playing this up.
This is Terry Marsh, a second conviction for armed robbery.
Ah, dig that profile.
This is the 3rd member of the trio, Jane Coberly.
I was all grown up before I saw a barn or cows or a hayloft. But in my league, people take what they want.
Shocking, but true. Curfew Breakers.
picture is dynamite. But why pull punches when the danger is so great right here and now? So don't hide your head from the shocking facts. The teenage party, where anything goes for a thrill. The come-on girl, who was too young to be scared, too smart for her own good.
You make the big scene with me, and I'll let them know what you've got stashed under the front seat. Baby, 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 have yourself a time.
This is the bombshell story of our own teenagers. Who they are, what they do, and why they become curfew breakers.
Gentlemen, we're in 3000 BC.
To reach this lost civilization, science had followed a trail through burning desert sands, through the roaring avalanches of Mount Huitara, and finally, deep into the bowels of the earth. Not even history had recorded the existence of this unknown empire of darkness.
There is no world beyond ours.
If I ever get out of here, into my world,
The world of light and flowers.
will you come with me?
Never before had outsiders beheld such sights. The sacred ritual of the sun death, the blazing sacrificial chambers, the court of the all-powerful high priest of Ishtar.
You will die in the fire of Ishtar.
The blood-lusting mole people storming from their subterranean caverns.
Daughter of horror.
Here is tense, taut, chill-filled drama that shocks you with hair-raising horror. Not one word is spoken on the screen. The strangest motion picture you have ever seen.
Daughter of horror.
An upheaval of nature tears loose a creature out of the nightmare of time. Spawned by an earthquake on the bed of the ocean, a reptilian, earth-shaking beast of the sea. The monster that challenged the world.
My tank.
What's wrong?
Blake's tank is caught in the undergrowth.
What happened?
Oh, my God, his body. He died right in front of me. I couldn't help him. I better go back.
Talk sense. What's down there?
I don't know. I never saw anything like it before.
It's the size of a dinosaur and 10 times more terrifying, hurling the horrors of the unknown at every living thing. Monster of the age.
Subliminal perception. Psychologists have proved it works. People can be influenced by messages, words, symbols below the level of consciousness. Now an extraordinary motion picture uses subliminal chills and thrills for the first time for your greater enjoyment.
Take me away, take me away.
Sheila, what is it? What's wrong?
It's the house. Whatever's inside, it's horrible.
Subliminal perception. How does it work? Here is a scene as audiences will see it. And here is the same scene as your brain will see it and feel it. Only 2% can detect subliminal images. Can you?
Take her away from here at once if you've got any sense left. Why are you so concerned about Sheila? Because if she stays in this house another night, she'll be a raving maniac.
If I climb those stairs, I'll die. I know that.
Darling, it's all in your imagination.
Suspenseful and exciting as the picture is. Now you will feel greater tension, shock, horror than any human being has ever experienced at a movie.
Pull the trigger, Sheila.
I can't.
One scientist foresaw the day the world ended.
There are two forms of life fighting for survival out here in this valley, and only one of them can win.
I'll talk to the girls in the morning.
The girls?
Yes. They should bear children as soon as possible.
Being a scientist, he did not consider human emotions.
No one takes my gun.
Tony, look out!
He did not know about the uninhibited exhibitionism of a striptease dancer. He'd forgotten about the power of love and knew nothing about the vicious force of jealousy.
Nothing ever come easy to me.
Don't touch me. I can't stand you.
Tony, let the little girl go.
But more thrilling, more exciting, more mystifying is the monster. The mutation by atomic energy, part man, part beast, salaciously watching women as they bathe. A monster such as the eyes of man has never before seen. Killing one by one each of the few living men, hunting out the most beautiful of the remaining women to take as his mate.
Most nightmares last 6 seconds. Can you stand one that lasts 6 hours? Do you have the guts to see 3 full-length horror films in one show? The Vampire, The Return of Dracula, and the monster that challenged the world. The Vampire, feeding on the blood of beautiful women. Dracula, the most awesome name in the history of evil. The monster, crawling from the depths to terrify and torture. Do you have the guts to see The Vampire, The Return of Dracula, and the monster that challenged the world, all at the same time?
It's alive.
When this dead hand moves, the monster created by a man they called Mad is turned loose to strike terror into the hearts of men. To shock women into uncontrolled hysteria.
Elizabeth!
To prey upon the innocence of children. This is the story you've heard about, talked about. The spine-tingling, blood-chilling story that stuns your emotions. Frankenstein.
Don't touch that!
Godzilla, king of the monsters, alive, surging up from the depths of the sea on a tidal wave of terror to wreak vengeance on mankind.
Godzilla, king of the monsters, it's alive!
A gigantic beast,
stalking the earth, crushing all before it.
In a cyclonic cavalcade of electrifying horror.
Raging through the streets on a rampage of total destruction.
Godzilla, king of the monsters.
Incredible titan of terror.
Wiping out a city of 6 million in a holocaust of flame.
Jet flames cannot destroy it.
Bombs cannot kill it.
All modern weapons fail.
Is this the end of our civilization?
Can the scientists of the world find a way to stop this creature?
For the answer, see Godzilla, king of the monsters.
You may wish to deny it, but your eyes tell you it's true.
A tale to stun the mind.
More fantastic than any ever written by Jules Verne.
More terrifying than any ever shown on the screen.
Awesome.
Incredible.
Unbelievable.
A story beyond your wildest dreams.
Dynamic violence.
Savage action.
Spectacular thrills.
Godzilla, king of the monsters.
Fantastic beyond comprehension.
Gripping beyond compare.
Astounding beyond belief.
The mightiest monster of them all.
See Godzilla, king.
The scientific world revealed its most closely guarded secret. The plan for man's first venture into the far reaches of outer space.
Within our fuel range are the planets Venus and Mars. One of these should be our destination.
And here is the super rocket poised for its historic takeoff. And there it goes. Up, up, up into interplanetary space. And at the controls of this sky monster are the greatest scientists of this generation, Abbott and Costello.
We're not going to the moon. We're headed for Mars.
Who but Bud and Lou could get in such a fix? But first, they make a mess of a secret project. A wreck of the New Orleans Mardi Gras. Terrorize a city and even get blamed for a ray gun bank stick-up. Now they're out of this world with laughter on a runaway rocket ship, and their misguided missile finally lands on the manless planet Venus. Manless? Oh, man.
We must warn the Queen. Our planet Venus has been invaded.
What kind of hot rod was that?
We want a king! We want a king! What can a king do that a queen can't do?
Be the father of a large family?
They're the panic of the planets, riotously lost among acres and acres of gorgeous girls. With Marie Blanchard and the Miss Universe contest winners.
I hereby claim Mars in the name of the United States of America.
Me too.
Coming to this theater soon, The Beast of Yucca Flats. Filmed on the burning hot sands by Yucca Flats. See terror, panic, murder. See the Cardoza and Francis production of The Beast of Yucca Flats. See a man turned killer. See a woman ravaged. See one of the most exciting movies ever made. See The Beast of Yucca Flats. A killer on the loose. Death sweeps across the desert. Panic. A bloodthirsty killer stalks the moonlit desert. See The Beast of Yucca Flats.
The Screaming Skull is a motion picture that reaches its climax in shocking horror. Its impact is so terrifying that it may have an unforeseen effect. It may kill you. Therefore, its producers feel they must assure free burial services to anyone who dies of fright while seeing The Screaming Skull. Be sure to bring someone with you who can identify you when you see The Screaming Skull. Only this lost soul, half man, half ghost, knows the secret of the living dead's curse, the torturous agony that saturates these walls and makes the shutters creak with almost human pain, terrorizing those who dare to love with the maddening, jealous shriek of the Screaming Skull. What diabolic demon dares touch the Screaming Skull? What ghoulish thoughts control this poor man's demented mind? What does he know? What secret, horrifying and blood-curdling, is he hiding? Nothing is more terrifying than the spine-chilling breath of a vampire woman, ghostly, ghastly, as unreal as a will-o'-the-wisp, as real as the Screaming Skull.
The foot that made that print is about 10 times the size of a normal man's.
What happens to our world if massive, monstrous man-beasts like this invade us? Flown a captive to a West Coast metropolis in an Army cargo plane, his arrival catapults the whole city into an ocean of fear. For this colossal beast is at war with the world, our world, a world his savage instincts can only hate.
An airlift is being set up and food will be parachuted down to him. He'll be supplied with everything he needs. Get all the aircraft into the air at once.
The Colossal Man is loose in Los Angeles.
Look at the giant!
Panic grips the civilized world in blood-freezing horror as the immeasurable power of this colossal beast threatens a war of brutality such as we've never known.
Oh, no!
don't be ashamed to scream. It helps relieve the tension, for he'll get you scared stiff. It's black, so you can't see him until he's ready to get you. It's bloodless. That's why he wants yours. Yes, you haven't really seen horror on the screen till you've seen the horror of the Black Scorpion.
The Mysterians.
Our race is old, dying, our planet dead.
Only you of Earth, you and your women, can give us life.
And what we want, we take. Swooping down from outer space,
Flowing up from the lower depths.
the Mysterians.
Creatures who knew the uttermost secrets of the atom before our planet was born.
Love-hungry spacemen come to seize our women that their dying race may live.
It started in the east. Soon it swept the west.
The all-out horror of interplanetary war.
See giant robots no earthly weapon can destroy rip a path of destruction across the land.
See the forces of nature harnessed to the invaders' will, wipe entire cities from the face of the world.
See the earth itself crumble beneath your feet.
The Mysterians.
Threatening our civilization with weapons beyond the belief of modern science.
Flying ray guns that blast everything before them.
An impregnable fortress that hides in the earth.
Gamma rays that melt the heaviest armament.
As men and machines disintegrate before your eyes.
The Mysterians.
What power can stop their ruthless advance?
See the blazing holocaust of an Earth gone mad.
See on the giant screen in flaming color.
The Mysterians.
Don't touch it.
In spots of a great city to the last desperate refuge of millions underground, the incredible, monstrous H-Man strikes terror to every heart, disintegrates everyone it touches. It kills but can't be killed. The most incredible man you never saw. Deadly byproduct of the H-bomb blasts, dooming mankind to oblivion.
We are facing a situation which cannot be minimized. Complete extermination.
Did you start yet?
Yes.
Masada went into the sewer.
Where?
Right there.
See a great city fight back.
Commence operations.
To stop the deadliest killer the world has yet encountered.
Since become a legend that is still told with horror the world over.